Hi YouTube, this is something interesting I heard at the gym the other day when I was listening to one of my audible books. It says, it was talking about money because it was positive affirmations, and one of the negative affirmations is that money is the root of all evil. And the positive affirmation was trying to reason that out, saying that people who earn above $75,000 a year, which works out in English money to around £1,000 a week. People that have more than £1,000 a week don't tend to be any more happier than people that have £1,000 a week. But people that have less than £1,000 a week tend to be less happier than people who have £1,000 a week, if that makes sense. So in other words, people, and I definitely don't get £1,000 a week. I wish I did. It'd be good if I did. Um, I'd like to think in the future I will when I get some more pedigree cats and that. But it was saying basically that people, so say billionaires for instance, they wouldn't necessarily have any more money than no, they wouldn't necessarily have any more happiness than someone that earned £1,000 a week, like a doctor, a solicitor, a surgeon. They wouldn't necessarily have any more happiness than one of them. So it was saying that although people who don't have much money tend to be unhappy, people who have huge amounts of money don't tend to be any more happier than people who are wealthy, in other words. Is that right? Yeah, people who don't have much money tend to be unhappy, but people who are rich tend to be happy, but people who are massively rich don't tend to be any more happier than people who are rich. I think that's what it was saying, yeah. It's an interesting concept, really, because you grow up with that idea drummed into your head that the more money you have, the more happiness you will have. But actually, that's not actually the case. Having money makes you happy, but having huge amounts of money doesn't necessarily make you happy. But having money, in other words, having a sufficient amount of money can make you happy. Having a sufficient amount of money all the time can make you happy, but having a massive amount of money all the time can make you unhappy, or can not make you any more happier than having a sufficient amount of money. I think I said that right. Yeah. Okay, peace.